You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAK Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
That felt longer than normal.
I know.
Good morning, Gavin. Good morning, Gavin.
Dude, everything is...
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
All of my sound drops just feel so fucked. This thing is fucked.
Well, everybody,
Wow, that was
that's Carson's internal monologue right there.
right. I am so angry.
Well, everybody, thanks for tuning into the It Takes All. No, I usually do the outro. That's a joke. Cause that was usually the outro that I do for it.
We usually do the outro at the beginning.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 61. We are recording this
62.
62.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
welcome.
start that back.
Hold on. All right, here we go. One more time. Take two. Welcome everybody to the It Takes All Kinds. All right, hold on. One more time. Welcome everybody to the. Welcome everybody to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 62. You will be hearing, we're recording this on Monday, May 9th, and you will be hearing this on Friday, May 13th.
Where'd you get August?
I don't know, it just popped in my mind.
Maybe it's that COVID that got to your head. I think all that COVID got to your head.
Yeah, all the COVID got to my head.
How is
I'm almost
it?
back to normal. Just gotta, yeah.
You got a little spit in your...
Got a lot of, I still got a little snot, but
So tell me about the second time.
I already did. That was last week's episode. Yeah.
How does it feel after, though?
Fine.
What do you got now about it?
Everything.
But are you what are you still feeling from it? Why are you saying you're not back to full? Are you shitting me
got a
right
little-
now?
no.
You tested
I'm not
positive
shitting.
before you came here, and you're just now telling me?
No,
You're
I just
just-
have a little shortness of breath sometimes and just a little snot left over, but that's about it.
Why is this not left over? You didn't want to use it all up?
Yeah, I guess not. My body's like, I think we're okay.
Save it for a better day?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's good to have you back. It's great to be back in person, everybody. I am just very excited to be back in person.
I can tell.
I want to be able to cough at each other, with each other, through each other.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm on cloud 9 right now. And I'm happy to be here.
Good for you, Carson.
Happy to be back in the studio. Happy to have you guys. Happy to have everybody with us.
Back in the stew.
Back in the Sousa studio tonight, everybody. And I say let's just get right into the show.
So
So
last week we talked about the Stronger Men's Conference.
Oh, we're just getting right into it.
Yeah, I wanted to jump right into that just because it's the closest thing. It's a follow up. It's a little
Let's
follow
get
up.
it out of the way.
So I posted on my Snapchat story and said, just post promoting my promoting the podcast and
Chill.
yeah, I'm absolutely a corporate chill. And someone I know slid up, and I don't know if they wanted to be identified or not, so sorry, but
We're keeping them anonymous.
yeah, completely anonymous. So I guess someone I know worked the conference that we talked about last week and really hardly knew anything about. So I wanted to talk about what they told me.
Yeah, so the this whole story goes, so like Gavin said, we did that. And then I believe it was Friday. Or I think it was Friday. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. Or either it was Friday after you left my house. You texted me and said, "Hey, this person I know just slid up on my Snapchat
story. On my Snapchat story, and they said
that
they worked it.
They work at this arena where the conference was, and that they worked that show." And I was like, can we have them call in? Are they down to call in? And they were, but
They got busy.
plans
They
came
got
up
busy.
tonight. So they wrote Gavin a testimonial.
On the experience of what it was like to kind of live, just be a part of the Stronger Men's Conference. I
What
mean,
is-
really, it is. I can't imagine being part of it. This had to be so cool and just so awesome. So anyway, what they said was that it was, quote, it was like a 12-year-old's birthday party. They had laser tag, axe throwing, shooting simulator, golfing simulator, SWAT raid, whatever that meant. Watching the
Whoa,
laser.
what the fuck
I
is
don't-
a SWAT raid?
Listen, I don't know. So watching the laser tag was especially funny because they played with the lights and hung out and with hunting tents and inflatables to hide behind. Only the younger boys ran around. All the older men stood in place, and the whole stood in place the whole round, cosplaying soldiers.
Oh, hell
basically.
yeah.
And took it way too
Marching.
seriously. And they also had an arm hang challenge, and the sign said, "Hang for 100 seconds, win $10." But one of the zeros was poorly scratched out, so you could see the sign originally had $100.
Oh, really?
And then
what is an arm hanging thing?
You just grab on hang.
Wow, okay. To win $10.
And then they said, as for the monster truck, the arena is not big. We had a stage on the floor, so the monster truck only had room to literally do one jump and pump the brakes instantly.
I did see that. That was in I think the video you sent me that started all of this was the monster truck literally like when the beat of the rock and roll song hit, it went off a big jump and that was it.
Yeah, so, I really wish I was able to attend. It's a real shame that
next
we weren't able to go. Tickets are still on sale for next year if anybody's looking to go. Really we should have went there just for our journalistic integrity, honestly.
Next year. We
Yeah.
got to plan it out.
We gotta set aside a budget for podcast visiting conservative things in Missouri. 'Cause
Right.
there's a lot of them.
We keep having
could-
ones come up,
We
but they're
could have
just too
seen
expensive.
Donald Trump Jr. It was like $120 to go, and
when there's an absolute
Yeah.
blizzard outside.
yeah, a blizzard and COVID was hitting its peak. So
Right. For the second time.
yeah,
Yeah, no, we should definitely, when it gets closer next year,
I
not plan it out right now.
not
but
playing out right
I
now.
would be
but
down to go.
That would be absolutely hilarious to go,
Make a
and
whole
like
thing of it.
because I've seen, and even if it is like, oh, we can't bring in a professional camera, then we can just film with our phones,
And I can contact them about a press pass.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That works for other people.
Yeah, no, honestly, that would be interesting.
I just don't want to rip too much of what Andrew Callahan, Channel 5,
Yeah, but
previously.
see,
All
the
Gas,
thing
No
is that they
Brakes.
do California stuff.
Not all the time. They went through the Midwest. Did you watch their
No, I didn't.
They came.
I didn't watch it.
through-
So
They did they followed the Freedom Convoy, right?
okay, I did see some of that. I think.
Right. And they went through Missouri, and they made a pit stop at this place called Fantastic Caverns, which is like southern Missouri. And they made a whole thing about it, and like the tour ended up being like an hour and a half long of just riding this tram through a cave.
Yeah.
And there's like one part where a guy was like singing Amazing Grace, and it was just like, it was so weird. And like one of the guys, a part of their crew, like ditched out early and like ran out of the cave, and like they all got kicked out because of that.
Oh my god.
It was a whole thing. So they don't just
Yeah,
they
that is
mostly
true.
do California
Yeah.
stuff, but
Sorry for generalizing.
we'll do our own thing. We know how to do our own thing.
I do. I think that it would be cool just to do that, just at least once,
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to do more stuff like that.
But the thing is that, like, as press, would we would it be a free pass or would it have to be we pay for it?
I don't know. We can just see.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
true.
we want a press pass for
Yeah. Hey, can we
made
get
up
a
made
press
up network
pass?
thing.
Hey, do you think it'd be okay if I got press pass? Cause I don't know.
We're strong, man.
What's wrong, man? I could be.
I can hang
I can hang for 100 seconds and
$10.
$5 each.
Yeah, I
no,
would
you
love
hang
to.
on one arm. I'll hang on one arm.
Right. And we got to go around. We got to interview people. We'll just copy what they do. How
Yeah.
about that?
No, we should interview like some of the weirdest people.
Right. We'll make it our own thing. I'm down to do it though. I would love to do more stuff like that. Like I would have loved to go see Don Jr., but it, just
we would have been stuck to. We would have been like confined to the back because
Right.
I don't think we had enough time to ask for a press pass, and plus driving would have been hell too. So even
Yeah.
there, you know what I mean.
Right.
Even if it is
10 minutes from
yeah, 10 minutes, but still it would have been not fun.
and I don't even know there
The
wasn't
show
really
must
like
go on.
there wasn't really a meet and greet there either, so it would just be us sitting there very bored watching
Yeah.
crazy
Watching-
people talk.
Yeah, watching him.
There's plenty of wackadoos we could interview though,
That is true.
just not Don Jr. Maybe, you never know. I didn't think about asking for a press pass until just now, so
I'm trying to
we'll try and
trying to
and
find that
get
one clip. Oh shoot.
the
Donald Trump Jr. one
the Donald Trump
where he's like coked up.
Oh, the most recent one that just
Yeah.
came out, where he's just like talking really fast.
Yes.
I forgot what he was even saying.
Ah, me too.
It was a lot, though. Well, I am just so happy that we got an actual insight into the Stronger Men Conference, and that was real. That's not a bit. We do a lot of bits.
From the Supreme Court, an unprecedented thing.
We do a lot of bits on this show, and that was not a bit. That was real. There really is somebody that Gavin knows that did work that.
Yeah, that is true.
This is not a bit. We
Not a
do
bit.
bits on this show. That was not a bit. That is a real insight.
The Supreme Court doesn't have leaks, so if there's not a thorough criminal investigation into who leaked privileged documents about a draft decision from the United States Supreme Court, where a small, tiny handful of people.
Poor Don Jr.
He was so frustrated.
I mean, can you blame him? His algorithms are getting crushed. Just watching my algorithms get crushed. Still my favorite thing ever. Gavin, you graduated.
I graduated. We did it.
Let's play the graduation song.
Oh wait, that's not the clap.
Here's the graduation song.
Did you make this one too?
No, this is just the graduation song.
We're gonna get copyrighted for this.
No.
We're gonna get a strike.
Oh, here's the other one. Nope, sorry, wrong one. That's not it either.
Pomp and circumstance.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
I don't remember this.
So, do you remember? Think back to this past Saturday of you walking down the aisle. You saw
what
your
is this-
beautiful bride looking at you. You were in your blue.
Is this
collar.
what the
typical
bagpipers
blue,
were playing?
typical blue collar ceremony?
Is this what the bagpipers were playing?
Yeah, it's the bagpipe. Can you tell? So tell me what you're thinking when you're walking down the aisle, and you were gonna grab your what's it called?
Diploma.
Diploma. That might get us copyright, dude. Please, this is the song.
What is this?
It's the ceremonial prelude. So tell me what you were thinking on Saturday.
I was just really excited. My heart was bumping.
Why? Why?
Well, because I was already tired because I had woken up at like 2 a.m. that day.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
forgot about
I
that.
slept from like 11 to 2, went to bed with a headache, and I was like, I'm going to get a whole 8 hours of sleep. So I slept and woke up at 2:45 with no headache. And I was like, wow, I must have slept a long time. I look at the clock and it's 2:45. I'm like, oh my God.
What did you take before you went to bed?
Ibuprofen.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, I wonder if you took Excedrin with caffeine.
No.
And then it was like,
No, I just
Perked you
take
up.
ibuprofen. It works really well for me.
humble brag.
Yeah, humble brag. So I was just really excited, and we all had to get there at like 8:15, 8:30. And so we were just kind of lounging around. It was funny because there was like this curtain. This curtain was up, and like behind the curtain was like food and drinks and stuff like that. There was a sign that said, reserved for graduation and commencement people only. I'm part of that. Like everybody who's graduating would be part of that. So I guess some students tried to go back there and like get some like danishes and some drinks.
Right.
And some professors were like, no, you can't be back here.
So what was it for after?
No, it was for the professors only, I think.
What the fuck?
That's what it
What's
said.
the point of that?
I have no idea, but it was like, okay, I mean, sure, I guess we can't have free handouts on graduation day. Yeah,
Right.
Not my day, you're right.
Right, and spend a bunch of
So
money.
I was really amped up and was really just excited to give a speech because that's what I do.
Right, so you tell the audience about your speech.
Yeah, my speech was really just trying to sum up the class, and because I said that we don't underestimate us, and like, we're our greatest advocates because we do a pretty good job of making sure people know that we have an issue with something as a class.
Right.
Like professors, anybody, we let them know that like, hey, you're really not doing a good job at this. So,
But none of you guys will get out and vote.
yeah, I think that a lot.
I've looked at the voting numbers.
They're low.
They're low.
So yeah, it was. I was really excited. My heart rate was going like 150 that day.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I was so excited just to like say it, like get my speech out, and then calling my name and stuff like that. So I did graduate with honors. I got cum laude, and I got a medal, and then had my SGA cords for serving 2 years of SGA.
Well, I'm very proud of you for graduating, but you're not done yet.
You're right. I'm not done yet. I have 3 more years. 2 more years of classes.
3 more years.
Yeah.
3 more years. 3 more years. 3 more years.
Yeah, so I do have 3 more years. 2 years of classes, and then 1 year of like going out and rotating to different
Right.
places for like 5-week rotations. So
When you said 1 year, I was thinking about that Vic Berger video we were watching where he's like, once
yeah,
that one guy.
yeah.
Why do you do this? Why do you always do this? It's
David
called
Baker?
It's called Catho. It's
Catho.
called Catho.
Wow.
It's called Catho. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. I did watch your. So I was going to. Gavin invited me to his graduation last minute, which is fine. I'm not like trying to.
We made it this. Yeah.
I'm not trying to set an agenda. He did invite me. I thoroughly declined, and
I made sure he knew and made it. Man, you made me feel bad.
you purposely told me last minute because you didn't want me to go.
Well, I also didn't want you to go to the because we went to dinner later that night, and we were debating if we wanted to go out. And like, don't go.
I know.
Because I was like, because you were so undecided about it. Like, you will feel better if you just don't
Listen,
go.
I wanted to go,
I know
but
you
I
did.
didn't prepare for it.
Right. There was no mental preparation.
I didn't have my retainer. I didn't have my change underpants. I can't
My
go out
sleeping
drinking
bag.
unless I have my underpants.
My sleeping bag.
My sleeping slag.
Yeah.
You did invite me. I declined.
Both times.
But I was like, both times. When you asked me to have sex and whenever you wanted to see if I wanted to go to graduation. I declined, but I was like, oh, there's a live stream. I'll just wake up and I'll watch it in bed because I was going to be tired.
and I had an inkling not that you would miss it, but that like you hadn't watched it by the time it was over because you didn't text me or anything about it. So I was like,
Right.
I have a feeling you just slept through it.
The graduation started at 10.
Yeah.
I believe I woke up to one of my alarms around 9:30. Snoozed it. Woke up at 10:50 and was like,
Snoozed
oh,
it.
shit. Snoozed it again. Was like, oh, shit. I think I missed it. But I was like, I don't know. It could have ran late. It might be long. So I like quickly got on my phone and opened it up. And it was like, literally the first thing I heard was whoever that guy was. And he said, in closing. And I was like, shit. So I just backtracked, listened to Gavin's like literally less than 2-minute speech, which is great, by the way. It
Yeah.
was perfect. It was short and sweet, and you weren't nervous at all. And then I sped up to where you walked, and that was it.
That's all you needed to see, really.
That was all I needed to see, and I saw everything I wanted to. It was great. I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, it was.
I just hate graduations.
It
but
was.
that's
It
not
was
why I didn't
surprisingly
go.
short, though.
If I would have known closer ahead of time, I probably would have gone.
It was only an hour, so that
Right.
was the greatest part of it. It's like
Yeah,
we
that
literally
was
ended it right at
bonkers.
11. It was like, all right. Trying to think. Yeah. So then afterwards, we went to Pie Pizza. Pie Pizza down on Euclid. So.
And then you and I grabbed dinner after.
Yep.
At the end of the night.
I took it. Did I take a nap? I took a kind of a nap.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely took a nap because I remember texting you and you didn't respond.
Yeah, I took like a 2-hour nap, but I didn't fall asleep for a while though. I was really tired because I had been up for 12 hours at that point. So.
Right. No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I guess just being excited about giving my speech. It's funny because now one of my classmates said that they want to speak at commencement, but they only allow class presidents to speak. I guess for some reason they don't allow or then at the Farm D one at least, they don't allow like class people just to like, like how in high school we had people who were just wanting to speak at graduation.
Wanted to give a speech, yeah.
Well, now I guess they don't have it at our college to do that. So,
will there be another graduation for you?
Farm D, yeah, in 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Will there be?
Yep.
That won't be a big graduation.
No,
will
that's
it?
gonna be a big one.
Oh yeah.
That's the big.
Everybody graduates at the same time with that degree.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Shit.
That will. Well, it really depends because there might be some transfer ins, there might be some transfer outs, so it might still be around the same amount of people. But,
right.
Or even less, even because there were just a few people that just got their bachelor's and left. So, yeah, I got my bachelor's of science in pharmaceutical sciences, emphasis in health humanities. So, Yep, got all 4 years under my belt.
There you go.
And now I guess I can ask for a raise.
Oh yeah,
because I have a bachelor's degree.
Well, you better ask for a raise.
I gotta get a raise.
Well, folks, that concludes our graduation segment of the show. Thank you all for graduating. You may now remove your caps.
Yay, woohoo!
Gavin,
What's up?
we have a taste test.
A taste test. We were supposed to do it last week.
Actually, we were supposed to do it. Well,
yeah,
could have done it the week before.
Yeah, but I just forgot.
But you just forgot
So
because it was unplanned. It was last minute.
literally unplanned. And I still have. There's a whole 12 pack. 12 pack is this? So I have a minor headache, and I took some meds for it. But yeah, so what do we got here? So we have. So what's funny is that Carson sent me a tweet advertising the Flamin Hot Mountain Dew with lime.
There you go. That's the important part that we have to stress. It's that
with lime.
It's not the original. We can go and bring them up on the table if we want to show them off. It's not the original. Apparently, it's not the original.
Apparently,
it's supposed to be. Right. We have the original, so we're going to compare the new one and the old one head to head. See what the difference is. But these are like Gavin was saying. Well, that's so sensitive already. Yeah. Like Gavin was saying, they tweeted that they were coming out with this new Flamin Hot flavor.
A Sunday.
Right. And they didn't specify that it was going to be a general release.
Yeah, general
they just
release
said that everybody
drop.
Right. They were just like everybody wants to try it. It's coming soon. And then I literally think a couple days later is when
Tuesday.
You sent me a picture of it, and I was like,
yeah.
Whoa.
I was like, should I get it? Because I just saw a tweet about this. And so I texted him. I was like, should I get it? And I had left the area, but then he had texted me like, yes, get it. And I'm like, okay, let me go grab it. So
because
it's really weird to grab another 12 pack because we already had like a Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, these guys are getting another one.
I'm getting drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as he sent it to me, I was like, we need to get that because I have a pretty good feeling it's going to sell out everywhere, right?
I think they still had some at the Walmart that we went
everywhere.
to. Yeah, it is everywhere right now.
It did not sell out at all. Yeah. So they definitely way overcompensated for it. But because this sold out with in an hour.
Yeah.
So I think they were like, oh, everybody was trying about Dew flavor.
Yeah. And I guess some people had tried it. I guess all the people who had wanted it tried it. So.
Right. I still have two cans left after this one.
Yeah.
2 cans Sam.
And we're displaying one, so technically you could have another one.
You could have a warm one.
You could. Well, I mean, you could just put that back in the fridge.
No, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna put it in the microwave.
Yeah, I mean,
in the aluminum.
I said that I wasn't sure if it was gonna be cold because I was driving home and stuff, so I wasn't sure how quickly it would heat up. And you're like, you take it hot, so.
I do.
Without further ado,
let's get it.
Without further ado, you get it.
Oh, I get it, because the mouth. My stomach is.
All right, so what are we gonna do first? What
I
should
love
we do?
that you're standing up. Well, we got to start with the new one. Let's start with the new one first. Crack these boys and girls open.
Oh, I thought.
Let's show the can, or show the camera.
Show the can to the camera.
Show the can and camera. So we got to try the new one first. Oh yeah, that's definitely what got on your shirt. Can you give me a paper towel right behind you? You can reach that. Get that sound.
Can you turn it up?
Yeah, of course. Perfect. We're gonna use that as Foley later for,
Yeah, well, this is our Foley table
for
over
our
here.
short film. Okay, so this is the new. I should get some music going, shouldn't I? Hold on. Hold on.
This is gonna be
Let's
fire.
pump up the music. Oh, I muted it. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is our taste testing music. Okay, so this is the new Mountain Dew. Flamin' Hot. But it's weird that it doesn't say anywhere that it has any lime.
It's just a picture of the lime.
Right.
Well, it says with a blast of heat and citrus.
But like
Flavor with
on the
other natural
post, they
flavors.
were like, the new
It's-
Flamin' Hot with a lime kick. But on here, they're just like, no,
I opened it already, so.
that's fine.
Here, go.
Oh, yeah, let's go ahead. Wait a minute. Yeah, just, it's, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna bust it open right now. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh wow, that was really good. I cannot wait to just try it out. It's gonna be really tasty.
All right, so we have the sorry. So we have the drink open now. Wait, don't try it.
I'm not
Just smells like Mountain Dew to me.
right. Which is what we remembered the last
Yeah.
one tasting like. So
So we got that spiciness to it.
barely on mine though.
I don't know, I burned my tongue 2 days ago, so
I'm getting like no spice. I don't know if I got a bad can.
here, you want to try my? No, just kidding. There is spice to it, but I'm not tasting the lime at all. I get no lime.
I'm getting a little bit of spice now.
No lime for me.
It doesn't taste any different. Honestly, from what I remember, it tastes worse than that one.
I kind of like this one better.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's bust that one open. Shouty. We're gonna come here. Come really close. We're gonna go ahead and pop the wait. We're gonna go ahead and pop the old one open and we're gonna see how that one compares. We're gonna pop its cherry. Go ahead and pop it open. Okay, I'll pop it open. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Mother of Mary.
I like how you can hear the table creaking.
I just like the music. Oh, I don't. They're making me very nervous.
Huh? Why am I making you nervous?
Huh?
Huh? This sounds like a Taylor Swift song.
This music is driving me crazy.
I can't stand the music, dude.
So at the end of the day, what do you think we learned?
Don't forget about me.
If there's one thing I've always known about the Ford Tundra, it's that it's built Ford fucking tough. Here we go. It's original. so spicy.
Yeah, no, it's not spicy.
No, went down the wrong tube. I feel like my taste is gone.
This is spicier.
Oh, that was a bad one.
It's just so spicy, right?
Definitely spicier. That's not why I'm coughing, though. I swear to God.
I can handle the heat, dude. I can handle the heat. Sorry. That is spicier, but I like this better because it tastes more like Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew.
I'm not getting any difference.
This is spicier. This, I think the citrus is just the Mountain Dew flavor.
Right.
Because this is like straight up hot. This is like flaming hot stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is a little bit milder, a little bit sweeter. This is spicier.
This is spicier, and I think it's supposed to taste exactly like the flaming hot stuff.
But I remember when we first tried it, I remember being like, oh my God, this tastes exactly like
the
Mountain
Mountain
Dew,
Dew.
but with a...
But now that I see why they released this one, because I think this is just Mountain Dew with that in it.
I'm
This
also
is, like,
getting that
its own
this
thing.
one's a little bit flat. It's kind of gone a little bit flat to me. Like it doesn't have that that fresh taste to it.
Yeah, I do agree with that too. But it is still, I will say, this is spicier. Definitely, like, that
And one
spice
thing
still
we
hits
learned about Mountain Dew.
it's like the top of your throat. It like hits the spices like the top of your throat, like back of the tongue.
When you crack open an ice cold Mountain Dew, you're cracking open the dew of 100-year-old farmhouse. That's where we raised the cattle. We raised the cattle that made the dew. And we milked it from their udders.
They're spicy Mountain Dew.
And that's how we got the Flamin Hot Mountain Dew. Flamin Hot Mountain Dew. Built for your country.
right on the cord, right on the cord too. You got that good.
Can I say, man? I make movies for a living. I make movies for a living. That's what I do. Is this the fighting scene at the end of the country western movie?
Dude, this has already hit my stomach hard. I do not. Oh my god. Let me fire the microphone. Is that okay?
Well, that concludes our taste test. Our Flamin' Hot taste test. Hopefully we never ever have to drink another Flamin' Hot thing again. Yeah, it was doing something to my stomach, but now I'm alright.
Dude. Wasn't that so good? Heavenly almost.
You would say heavenly.
Some would say.
Yeah, I don't want that ever again.
I don't want it.
I don't ever want that again.
Let it wait.
Happy birthday to Quinn.
Shout out Quinn.
It's our friend Quinn's birthday today, not when you're listening to this. So don't wish him a happy birthday now. It's too late. Wow, I didn't like that. But I didn't notice enough of a difference to be like, yeah, they're different. You know
I
what
think
mean?
that this just is like spicier. This is
Less spicy.
No, I mean spicier Mountain Dew. If you were just to drink a
Right,
Mountain Dew and then put spicy in it, with a little bit of hot sauce in it, then maybe it'll taste like this.
Right. Yeah, no, it's not different enough for me to write a blog about it. Oh, I'm so glad we did that. We also have a taste test coming next week.
Wow. What'd you say it was?
can't say it's a secret for
Oh,
the
yeah.
show.
What was that face for?
What face?
You said.
Because I was just so excited about it on their taste test.
A few moments later.
Hopefully it's something spicy.
You just said you were tired drinking this stuff.
I hope it's another Flamin' Hot drink. So, Gavin, I made some hats
You did.
that I want to talk about.
I mean, you did.
Arr!
Yeah.
Did
So
you see I made some hats?
I
Is this
so
what
I don't
you were
know.
wearing it on?
Huh?
Was that how it fit you?
Yeah.
On that one?
Yeah.
Same. You got a big head?
I didn't think so, but trucker hats fit differently for me. I think.
Put that on and see if that's like a comfortable fit for you.
Yeah. This is exactly where it fits for me.
It looks a little bit loose. I feel like it could go one tighter.
Really? No, this is like how I like my hats.
Okay, shit,
Right there.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't like having it sit on top.
Oh, well,
of
that
my
one
head.
doesn't really fit me very well. Actually, that one's
This
a little
one's,
bit
like,
too tight
smaller.
for me.
This one's like inherently smaller. I feel like
So is your mom.
it fit my mom's head. She's got a little pea head.
Does she?
Yeah.
P. Gavin McRaven.
Yeah. Pea. Yeah. I would say I am kind of annoyed that they
Or back to Mountain
this
Dew.
crack.
Apparently.
All right.
I'll throw that away. Thanks for breaking my glass.
My.
I was talking about my hats.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Sorry.
all right?
Sorry.
That okay with you?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll make sure I check with you next time I bring something up. So I made some hats. If you're listening, I took some trucker hats and I sewed some stuff on there. And I'm doing it for fun right now. I might end up making like an Instagram account for it, and because I want to make some more and maybe sell them. At least that's the plan.
I don't know if you noticed, but Carson's a fashion designer.
I make fashion.
He does. He has made fashion before.
I have designed
He's
one
a fast
thing.
fashion. He's like a Sheen designer. Shine.
I'm into fast fashion like H&M, Forever 21.
Yeah.
Love it.
Coolest monkey in the jungle. H&M.
Right. Shout out one time to the monkey in the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I did is I bought the only thing that's new about what I want to
What's different about it, Carson? What can you tell me that is like better that would kind of
Well,
set
what I
yours
wanna-
set
what I
yours
wanna-
apart from the crowd?
what I'm doing here is for the hats I'm taking new hats, but I'm sewing old material onto it. So like I took a old pair of Levi's and I cut up for this one. I did a peace sign for Gavin's that he's wearing. It's not actually his, but he's wearing it. It says "fuck" backwards, which was actually an accident because I wrote it on the other side and then didn't think about that it wouldn't translate right. But I was like, it's funnier if it's backwards. So
Maybe
just wear it upside down. Yeah, that should work. Dude,
this is
you
the
figured
way,
it
this
out.
is the way you're supposed to wear it
Right.
because it's backwards and it's
Yeah, I can read it now.
yeah.
I didn't know what it said before.
You could turn around and look in the mirror and it would be backwards.
You could turn around.
No,
do
that
it.
would actually that would
It works in the mirror. Yeah. What are you
that
doing?
would be what it does. I forgot I had my headphones on.
I get it, dude.
No,
I forget
it
it
would
all
work
the
in the
time.
mirror. You go in the mirror and then you
Right. You can't read it until you go in the mirror.
yeah.
So I'm sewing things onto hats. Long.
He's a rip-off artist. I mean, really.
Right. The long vision of it is that I also want to take old jeans and sew things onto them too. Or shirts
Just
too.
upcycle,
Right.
upcycle
I wanna
everything.
Upcycle.
But also
Besides the hats are
no, upcycle hats too.
I could.
You might get a cease and desist from a brand that has branded caps.
Yeah, I don't know. I might do vintage hats too, but right now I'm buying like new.
You should cut
stock
up your
hats.
in utero shirt that you wore on Saturday and put it on these hats.
I should do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Sell them for $800 each, just like
Let's
the
do
shirt.
it. Just a little piece of a shirt. So that's what I've been up to recently.
This is why he skipped my graduation so he could design these.
so I could sew.
yeah.
So I want to perfect it a little bit more, and then hopefully you make a little Instagram account, and then I'll maybe talk about it some more on the show. But that's what I've been doing, is doing some a little bit of sewing recently,
Little showing.
which I have designed things before. They're sitting over there. I have
Well,
I've
it's
done
funny because I
things
was
before.
for some reason I was trying to send memes into our group chat that we have on Instagram, and it wouldn't let me send them. It kept saying unable to send, so not sure what happened there. But I was like, I wonder, maybe it's because someone blocked me. So I checked all of our accounts, and I forgot how many things that you're a part of, and you have Instagram accounts for. Like you have your Double Cup Vintage, you got Office Hours,
Yeah.
you got Clothing of the Arts, this podcast. It's like you got 4 ats in your bio. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, I'm just saying I forgot that you had all those things.
Oh, but what were you? Why did that have to do with sending something?
Because I was like, oh, did somebody block me? I'm seeing if anybody blocked me on Instagram.
Oh, and then you went to my account.
yeah. Then I
and
went
you
to
were
everybody's.
like, oh wow,
account
that's
to
a lot of.
Yeah. I'm like, oh wow, he's got a lot of stuff he's got a lot of adventures, business ventures. Not
no
ad
reason
ventures.
why not to add one more.
Exactly.
We'll see though.
Yeah.
We'll see what everybody. I'm not saying it's gonna be. I'm not saying it's gonna be the next big thing.
Well,
what I am
somebody's
saying
got
is
to take Virgil's place.
Right. I didn't think about that. And you know what? It should be. It should be a white man. It definitely should be a white man. You're right. Why didn't I think of that?
You gotta start putting tags on.
I want to be a hip hop fashion designer. Did you see that?
Make it on black.
Yeah. that doesn't work very well.
No, off white on black.
Yeah. Black designer, white designer. Just gotta take the opposite. You saw that they called him a hip hop fashion designer,
I did
right?
see that, yeah.
I don't even want to get into that.
Even though he was literally the lead designer for Louis Vuitton for like 5 years.
Well, for not
2 years,
quite that long. Yeah, I mean he had been working with them for a little while, but his stuff
became a
didn't
lead
come out.
designer like 2 years ago.
Right. But
rest
has
up.
done way more than just
the hip hop
designing.
designing.
So
Really weird.
interesting to use that for a black fashion designer. But that's why we need somebody who's white to take over.
Well, they would take it more seriously, I think.
Right, and then they'd be like, "Oh, off-white, I get it."
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be political either. It'd be like, oh, I don't have to. It's not a big deal if I don't do it.
Right.
That's the thing is that whenever a white person dies, they don't like acknowledging that. Like, isn't that weird? Think about it. No, just kidding. That's.
I want to take that further, but I think I'm gonna stop there. There's places I could go with that I would be joking about.
I'm gonna go down the Crowder path here.
Oh yeah. I can't even. I don't even want to do a Steven Crowder impression.
Yeah, me neither.
He's such a moron.
He said that he doesn't use condoms. He said it's emasculating and that it's basically anti-men to use a condom.
Well, they want to ban condoms and ban the
Plan B.
Plan B, and it looks like we might get it, folks.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't know the full story about that, but it looks like they're trying to.
No, what it is the law. I mean, it's so bad. Don't get me wrong. But it's not banning Plan B. It's banning the use of contraceptives to abort something. Or like
why are people
if
saying
it's like a
Plan B
planned
then?
pregnancy, if it's like a pregnancy and this person is pregnant, it's basically outlawing the use of drugs that would immediately terminate that pregnancy. That's
So
what it is.
Why is everybody saying it's banning Plan B?
Well, because it's supposed to be like, if there's like, it's really weird language because obviously it's the law. So like they want to make it as ambiguous as possible so that anybody can interpret it however they want. But it's something like prescribers can't knowingly prescribe this medication because Plan B is not prescription.
No.
But if there's
Trust me,
there
I know.
there are some drugs that are known to cause like birth defects, like for example Accutane.
Oh yeah,
You can-
Accutane's fucking scary,
Yeah.
dude.
It's
I've
actually
thought
kinda
about
crazy.
getting on it, but I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, and there's I can't believe that there's a lot of stuff that women have to do to be on it because you have to
Oh, yeah, I
you
know
have
that.
to like consult with your doctor multiple times a month and talk to him. Like it's
I think guys do too.
yeah, it is kind of crazy because
I know it would work, but I just don't want to do
Right.
it. But like I do, you don't need it. Your skin is fine.
yeah,
Mine
I
is-
might have needed it maybe 5 or
Right.
6 years ago, but
I
it's
still
kind of
have
cleared up.
acne issues, but I think that's kind of some OCD
Yeah.
shit that has caused it to get worse.
Yeah,
Sometimes, but it's getting
sometimes mine
better.
flares up, but it's really just with stress and stuff like that. But
Right.
it's kind of like a doctor can't be like, oh hey, it's basically banning the use of any type of like a I don't want to say this wrong, but like abortifacient. I don't know. One of the things that causes babies to be aborted.
Okay.
That they don't want the doctors to knowingly prescribe this medication with the intent of aborting a fetus.
But why does
You
that
can't.
get?
You don't want. No, I don't know why, but people misconstrue it as Plan B.
Because that's what I'm seeing everywhere.
it's not Plan B.
And
It's
I
just
only read headlines.
Yeah, I know exactly, and that's how I think what people are doing is that it's like, oh, they're banning Plan B. No, it's not quite Plan B because it's like it's other drugs, but it is not Plan B. Just it is not. Like the language says that it's not specifically targeting Plan B or the because that's not a prescription drug either way. It's like never a prescription drug. Never been. You can buy over the counter.
So I can get rid of my babies still.
Theoretically, yes. But certain states you won't be able to. But, we talked about how last week we don't really like the Musk man who bought Twitter.
Oh,
but
yes.
He did say that he would pay for employees to cross state lines and get an abortion.
Emphasis on he said he would.
Not that he is.
He said things like that before that haven't really happened.
He makes a lot of false
So-
promises, including the purchase of Twitter.
Yeah, which do we have an update on that?
I don't think so. I think that he had to start asking for more loans.
But he on Twitter today he told. Did you see his tweet? He said that if I die under suspicious circumstances,
Tyler,
something about that, and then Mr. Beast said
is
that
gonna
would
get
you
it.
give him Twitter? And he said yes.
he said, no, he just said, okay.
Oh yeah, he said okay.
He said, okay.
We here love Mr. Beast. Actually, I think he's a pretty good guy, so I have no. I got
He
no.
tweeted 13 hours ago, chocolate milk is insanely good, just had some.
Mr. Beast.
No, Elon Musk.
Oh,
Elon Chusk.
Elon Musk. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Good on him if that's what he does, but otherwise, I just.
Yeah, Mr. Beast replied, if that happens, can I have Twitter? He said, okay. And then Mr. Beast replied, jokes aside, be safe. I love you.
Okay, I don't like Mr. Beast anymore. Never mind. Yeah, I don't even want to go into figuring out what that tweet was about. I know that McAfee guy who created McAfee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He said that, and then he died, I think.
Yeah. I think maybe that's what he was quoting there.
Who knows? That guy was a lunatic, though, too.
He was actually crazy because he had a house on an island and would invite women out there and just basically flaunt how awesome it was to have multiple women on him at once.
Right, and just said the weirdest shit ever.
He said some of the worst shit.
I don't even want to get into it with that guy. Lunatic.
Actually crazy.
Unlike Elon Musk, who's not actually crazy. So we're going to the Cardinals game tomorrow.
Yeah, we are.
We decided that about 48 minutes ago.
Yeah, literally.
Gavin said, I'm thinking about going to the Cardinals game tomorrow. And I said, I'm in. Without him even inviting me once again. That's 3 times in the past week that Gavin has pretty much not invited me to something.
Yeah, third time.
But this time I got through. And I persevered.
He had a little anxiety. He had a mental fucking breakdown. Right. Just an absolute breakdown.
You guys can't see it, but this place is a pigsty.
It is. He wrote on the walls and
pissed on the ground.
It was a mess.
So we're going. We're gonna go see the Baltimore Beavers. What is it?
The Baltimore Orioles.
Orioles.
And the Cardinals are playing the they're playing the Cardinals.
How do we find out if Pujols is playing tomorrow? Will we not know until tomorrow?
We won't really know until tomorrow.
Fuck.
I honestly think he plays games that Molina plays.
I really want to see him play. I just want to see him in a Cardinals uniform in front of my own eyes. Because that's really why I want to go to a game, is to watch him play. So if he's not playing tomorrow, I will walk out. Okay?
Yeah.
And I will be requesting.
Yeah, no problem.
How are we going to... Do you want... Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out later.
I thought that would be interesting to go into it, but then I just got bored of it. So while you find out that, we can talk about Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage at the Hollywood Bowl during the Netflix is a Joke Festival. He got ran up on. Comedians are the most targeted individuals right now. Comedians are.
I mean, you're right. I mean, did you
What
see?
happened to Jester's privilege? We talked about it when Smilwiff We saw that happen. We saw Will Smith smack Brisk Kralk right in the face. And now Dave Chappelle is getting tackled on stage by some random person. What is your opinion on all of that?
You got to get better security, fam. I mean, Dave Chappelle's been on like the right wing. Like I've fallen out of the spotlight, and now I have to make bad jokes, like
No,
kind of like
dude,
Louis C.K. kind of thing. Like, oh, I know who would like these jokes. It's conservatives.
Right. Because
And-
afterwards, I don't know if you saw the clip, but afterwards he said that was a transgender person that
Yeah.
tackled him.
Yeah, turns out it was actually a right wing extremist guy.
Was it?
Yeah, it wasn't a transgender.
Well, obviously it wasn't
Yeah.
transgender, but I didn't know the guy was right wing. I thought it was just some random dude.
No, yeah, I think he had made posts about Donald Trump.
Oh, good for him. I don't know why he would do that, though, because Dave Chappelle is pretty on the right side of history with his ideas there.
He's pretty straight.
He certainly is, and he makes a good point of it, and talks in his latest special talked about transgender people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I can't really comment on it. But I did watch the clip of him getting tackled, and then saw the picture of the guy afterwards, and he looked like a pretzel. Did you see that picture?
Oh yeah, I did. And he's
And
like
his arms
yeah,
literally
he's
like
all like fucked up. He got fucked up.
yeah. And then Chris Rock came on and said, "Was that Will Smith?" Did you see that?
No, I did not see
Oh,
that.
you didn't see that?
No, I
he
did not.
He came on. I'm assuming he was at the end of the show, or maybe during that little break, and said into the microphone, "Was that Will Smith?"
Haha.
Got his ass. So
We
that-
made it.
Glad we covered that.
I'm not sure. Now I don't know. This is still speculation at this point.
Uh-oh.
But you had sent me a post. You had sent me a post about what
Right.
had happened,
Right.
and turns might be
Apparently.
allegedly, theoretically, this could have been the exact same security people that were working Astroworld.
But I don't know what that means.
Basically, I think it might just be the people who were supposed to be securitying it were using. I'm using
those
that
are in
term lightly,
but-
but I think it might just be like the
Company?
company or like the security detail.
Yeah, I guess they could just have like locations all over, because that Astroworld was in Texas,
Right.
but this was in California. So I guess maybe that
But
it's probably not
XXL
the
posted it,
exact same people. Yeah, and Double XL is
Sometimes clickbaity.
Double XL. I didn't look into it further than that, but
Hopefully, I hope that this takes me to not a porn site. I went to
put
Double
in-
XL.
Don't put in 3 X's. You might get a penile.
Oh, okay, no, it's XXL mag.
Whoa. Whoa. That'd be a pretty big bag.
Security.
It'd be very interesting if that was the case. Because that was the thing, is like, I mean, despite security, somebody could get around. I mean, you wait for the right moment, you can run up on stage.
Okay, here's the reason why. It's because it's one of the largest event security firms in the country.
There you go. I mean,
It's Contemporary Services Corporation.
case in point that it really doesn't matter.
Really doesn't
Because
get
they're
fucking matter.
probably used at most shows.
Huge of true. You had said that, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Huge.
Which it is true, but it's not the exact same people. So a little bit misleading, but true. Maybe not really much of a correlation there, but also possibly, if they're not really training their people very well. But I've been to plenty of like big shows where it's like you could wait for the right time to run on stage. Not that I've ever thought about doing that, but you know. You get the right
those,
time to
You
do
get
it.
those like intrusive thoughts where you're like, I'm gonna run across the Busch Stadium,
Right.
and then you're like, no, I'm not going to.
I'm not going to do that
I'm
tomorrow.
not gonna do that today, but
But I'm pretty sure the Hollywood Bowl stage is pretty low.
it
like
is.
you could
It's
easily
like,
jump
you
up
could
on there.
very easily jump on it.
So I wouldn't really put the blame
It's the
on
same
security.
thing that happened at the Timberwolves games where someone was right behind the owner of the Timberwolves.
Right.
Was basically going to sit the entire game behind the Timberwolves owner. And then they were also, this is true. I thought it was a joke, but this is actually true. The person who like ran on the court was planning on taking off their clothes, and underneath they were going to have like an NBA ref uniform, on,
Right.
which is like they had this was a very premeditated thing. It's
Right.
just bizarre.
Yeah, and like that, you know.
Again, that I think that guy was
Same
probably also
situation.
premeditated, where he's like, "Oh, it's a Hollywood Bowl.
Oh,
I could
right,
very
right.
easily just go up there and."
Right. I mean, I don't know, man. You know, shit's always gonna happen.
to each
I
their
don't
own, you know?
Right. To each their own. I can't judge a person for what they do.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if beefing up security is necessary. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Really, you know, shit's gonna happen one way or another. As long as people aren't bringing weapons inside.
Yeah.
Which apparently that guy at the Hollywood Bowl had a fake gun on him, but a real knife.
Okay.
So I don't know how he got that into the arena. That would be the only point that I'd be like, how are you letting somebody in with that whenever they literally like scan you down, especially in California with all those liberals.
Maybe they bull rush the security like they did at
Or they just
Astroworld.
threw it over the bowl.
I mean,
It's a bowl. You can get inside. I'm saving these for when they outlaw them. So, yeah, I don't know what to think about the whole
it's
thing.
okay. It's okay. I don't think anybody should really think too much about it, honestly.
Yeah, but when I become a famous stand-up, I don't.
Somebody
wanna
could
get
attack me. I don't
attacked.
give a fuck.
Somebody could attack me, and I can't have that happen. I don't want that to happen. Gavin,
Yeah.
what are you listening to this week?
So I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I am still listening to the Typhoons.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm still listening to everything I've been listening to. Like, honestly, I've been listening to a lot of Royal Blood stuff still. And I found this guy on TikTok who listens to artists, like every single artist song, and then leaves like, he's like listening to every artist, number 218 or whatever. And he'd listened to, I mean, granted, he went from like Chuck E. Cheese to Taylor Swift. Like literally, like on Spotify, you can look up Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm think I'm a little lost.
Like, this guy listens to every artist.
Oh,
Chuck E. Cheese is an artist,
Oh wow.
and he's listened to all of Chuck E. Cheese's songs.
What songs does Chuck E. Cheese have?
It's time for Chucky's Happy Dance.
That.
Wow.
So I
So
was
he's
trying to-
listening for
every artist that anybody recommends, he gives a review on.
I thought he was like doing from like A to Z. and I was like,
no, he does have
Jesus.
He does have a Google Doc that is listed from A to Z. So I've also just had trouble sleeping at night. I don't know why, but I just have, and so I just get like these episodes where I'm like, I'm gonna be up really late, so I'm gonna put on something that I want to listen to. So I tried listening to the Oingo Boingo album with Little Girls as the first song, and I dug it for a minute, and then I was like, I can't make it through this whole album.
Yep.
It's so hard to get through.
That's how I feel about Oingo Boingo.
And like, they have a few good songs, but like past that, it's like I cannot make it through this whole album. And so I also tried listening to New Order, their Power, Corruption, and Lies album from 1983, but again, the songs that weren't the songs I knew were very much the same.
Right.
Like, they all just kind of have that same sound about them. Nothing unique about some of them.
Right.
You know,
I haven't listened to enough New Order to really have a strong.
I must have
opinion
picked the
about
wrong
them.
album or something, but I had seen that album around a couple times, so I was like, you know,
I just
whatever.
know Blue Monday and that's it.
Yeah. So
But I like Orgy's remix or
Redux.
cover of Blue Monday. It's way better. Orgy's a great band.
Um,
Bunch of weirdos though.
it is kind of hard because I have literally only been listening to that one. I know. I'm sorry.
I can go.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
can go while you decide. So I was actually recommended this album from our friend who was on the show 3 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago.
And sorry, I just got really confused. Um,
It might have been 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago
3 weeks ago.
when we had Johnny on.
Yeah,
That
3
was
weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago. So Johnny, our friend Johnny, who was on the show 3 weeks ago, sent me. Oh, I thought that was a song. I was like, what the fuck? On Friday, actually, before you and I met up, he
Oh, it
sent
was Saturday. Saturday.
Saturday.
Friday was
sorry,
when all the
sorry.
guys hung out.
Okay. So on Saturday, before we met up, he sent me this album just out of nowhere, and he's like, listen to this album. It's really good. I think you would like it. He's like, it's very like,
I remember.
he's like, it's very. Shoot, let me pull up his text. Why can't I find it all of a sudden? He's like, it's very Title Fight, which is this band Title Fight. They're pretty good. I think you would actually enjoy them, and kind of Deftones. But he said definitely closer to Title Fight, but kind of has some Deftones sound to it. So I was like, I'm into that. So popped it on for a song. I was like hooked. It was just, it's so good. So the album is called Color Me in Kindness by the band Basement, which I don't know much about Basement, but as soon as he said Basement, I was like, I know that band, but I don't know why. So they're a English rock band formed in 2009. Kind of like alternative rock is really how I would say it. Not really. I was going to say on the heavier side, but not really. Just a couple of their songs are.
Oh, it's Color Me.
Oh, yeah, Color.
Color Me in Kindness.
We love the Color.
2012.
Yeah. So a little bit older, you know.
No, I mean not older. I mean kind of young compared to like Deftones. And
Right. No, for sure. And probably before Title Fight, I think. I don't know if Title Fight was making stuff then. But it's just a good album. It's just like, it just has a lot of like differences. Like it's not all the same. Like, so my two favorite songs, the first song in the album, Whole, and the third song, Spoiled, are my two favorite songs for sure. Covet, however you say it. Covet is also a really good song. That's I think their most popular song. But if you listen to it, Johnny told me that somebody did a TikTok mashup of that song and Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. And after having him tell me that, I could not stop hearing Where Is My Mind
yeah.
while
Which
listening to the
song?
song.
Covet?
Yeah, it's a really good song, but it's just like, it's very similar.
Yeah.
But it's definitely closer to like a Title Fight kind of album or music. But there is some like kind of like, especially Spoiled, I noticed that there's like some kind of like Deftone kind of rhythms and stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, just an all around good album. I think, Gavin, you would actually really like it because it's not like a hardcore album, but it's a little bit heavier. And yeah, I don't know. It's just good. It's just a really good album. I recommend everybody listen to it. It's not something I would usually listen to, but it's like, it hit me at a good time where I needed it. So that's my recommendation
absolutely.
for this week.
So this week I'm listening to the brand new, fresh off the press, Toro y Moi. Am I saying that correctly?
Toro y Moi.
Yeah. His brand new album, Mahal. And I really like basically the entire album. It's a good album to listen front to back to because all the songs flow into each other. And like, I think the idea is that this is supposed to be like songs that he'd hear on this drive across America. It almost seems like, where so you can hear like the engine sounds and like the radio tuning and stuff like that, which is always something kind of really nice. I really like free flowing albums like that. But he had mentioned St. Louis on the song The Loop, and I was like, oh, that's
cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So I guess that means that he's been around St. Louis before, but
I think
I like most of his stuff because it does have a lot of range. He has a very large range. This is very like psychedelic-y. I think the singles are Millennium which is towards the end, and I think Postman, because he released like promos about it. But yeah, it's I really like his stuff, but it's very psychedelic.
Okay, but it's not rock. It's
No, it's like psychedelic rock. Psychedelic.
Okay.
It's not like completely like looped vocals and
Right,
stuff
right.
like that, but or reverse stuff. But there are hints of that. But
that's cool.
it's pretty interesting just to listen to.
I've always heard about him, and I've always wanted to listen to his
Yeah,
stuff. But
I wouldn't say this is probably his best album to date, but it is a good one to listen to. I think that there are better ones that he's had that are kind of reach a more broader audience, like his.
is the song "The Loop" like all about St. Louis?
No,
like
it just implicates.
okay, because the Loop,
Yeah.
the Delmar Loop.
Yeah, I don't think it is exactly. Hold on,
I'll have to listen to it.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Yeah, St. Louis to New Orleans. Someone take me off my feet. Rode horseback down to the Mississippi. Someone got to keep me in the loop, please. Those are the lyrics.
okay.
It doesn't. It's not all about it. It's just lyrics.
Still mentions St. Louis though. It just
Yeah, pretty
good-
cool.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. So
I was checking because I thought he was from St. Louis, but he's not.
you idiot.
I'm so dumb.
I guess he. Well, it's funny because I was listening to the Anthony Fantano review of this, and he gave it a strong 7. And
Is that good for him? I don't know.
I don't know either, but whoever's listening, maybe they like that. He had mentioned him. He kept calling him by his like legal name and not just Toro Imoy, which I guess that implicates that he has other projects. So I would be interested to see what his other projects are.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about him. I just heard his name around town.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm gonna have to give that a listen. And you definitely should give this album
Yeah.
a
You
listen.
should definitely give that a listen.
Okay, we'll trade. it.
Chaz. He kept calling him Chaz.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he had him on the show a couple times. too,
Shout out to Chaz.
So he's only 35, so surprising.
Gavin, there's a story I want to hear more about before we wrap this up that you briefly told me about. On Friday, you were wearing a specific shirt that I gave you,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
and you said you had a dream about that
so
shirt.
Thursday night, I had a dream that I was wearing the shirt that he gave me for my birthday, where it's like I can legally not talk about what happened in the events that happened on January 7th, 2006.
Yeah.
Like that shirt. And I guess I was in my dream. I was wearing that shirt, and people were being really nice to me. And I was like, "Why are people being so nice to me?" And I was like, "Oh, it's because I have a smiley face on my shirt." That's literally what I said in the dream. That's no other reason. That is just the reason why.
There you go.
And it was super bizarre. So I wore it on Saturday night.
On Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, you were Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday.
When
yeah.
you're over here.
Yeah. You're right.
So did
Friday.
you wear it specifically because
of
the
that dream? Yeah, I was like, I saw it in my dream. I have to wear it now.
You're like, shit. Maybe people will think.
Maybe they'll be nice to me. Yeah.
And we weren't.
But no, we definitely weren't.
We were not nice to you.
No.
I just thought that was really funny. And
Yeah.
it kind of ties in with the show because I gave it to you on the show.
Yeah. So just a little callback if anybody wants to go back and watch my birthday episode.
Right. It's a good episode.
I don't know.
I think it's one of the higher viewed ones too.
Well,
70,000 views.
I'm gonna play us out. Is that all right?
Please.
To play us out, what does that mean?
I don't know. What does that mean?
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 62. Keep sharing, keep listening, keep playing. We'll be here, and you'll be here listening to us. Carson,
I'm not going to apologize for shit, but I am a little low energy today.
that's okay because I am also
Sorry, go on.
I am also low energy, but I was okay with being the showrunner this time.
But you also have low T. I think for some reason I can't believe you drank that whole thing.
I know. I don't mind it.
Hey, good thing you got a whole 12-pack. I think for some reason when we get back in the swing of being together again, it's like we're finding our footing. Or
We'll get there.
Or maybe it has nothing to do with that. And we're just tired. I don't fucking know. I'm not apologizing for shit, though. But thank you all for listening and watching. We'll be back next week with another episode of the show. With 2 episodes of the show. We're going to do 2 episodes next
God.
week. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Another taste test. More fun and good fun things to come. Thank you. Subscribe, follow, like, share, rate, review, shout out, post.
Show us out. Show us out on Yelp.
I want each of you to show 3 friends this show.
That's
before-
that's our assignment for you this week.
before the next episode, and I'm quizzing all of you. So you better be back with it. Whatever time.
Goodbye, bye.